smash that like button. Soon as y'all come in the building, we are still surviving Modia. And I knew there was going to be more victims that was going to come forth. And this is crazy. And I find it hard to not believe that they all are saying the same thing. Salute to Dina. We surviving Modia. And it don't make no sense that they all saying the same thing. All these yellow boys are coming forth. Modia, it has to be truth to this during survival. Everybody that goes to Tyler Perry studio, they all saying that they all got their cheeks clapped or something inappropriate. And it's hard for me not to believe these allegations. How were they all saying the same thing during survival? They should release Diddy Glover and take Modia instead. Pure survival. They gonna take Modia to jail. Every time I turn around, these allegations is coming out. We must pray. We must get it together. Oh my God. Victim after victim is coming forth against Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Freaky Studios. Bible. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all know I was going to react to this. Modia, Modia, you know what? You should come out with a movie called Modia Can't Keep Her Hands to Herself. That's what Modia need to come out with. Tyler Perry, you, Modia, come out with a Modia where Modia can't keep her hands to herself. Bible. Yes, this man sounds bitter, but how come it's all the yellow boys? How come it's all the yellow boys saying the same thing, Tyler? Bible. And you talking about you got the whole world in his hand. No, you got all of these yellow boys' tasty cakes in your hands. Pure survival.
He's got the whole world in his hands. Got the whole world in his hands. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help.
You are going to be looking from a jail cell, Modia. Pure survival. That's what you're going to be doing. Now, we know that the dude came out and sued Tyler Perry for $160 million. Pure survival. Well, this new boy, Braxton Wales, said that he was molested, that he got his cheeks clapped, pure survival, by Tyler Perry's partner, his right-hand freaky man. You know, and Tyler swept it under the rug. So you telling me that all of these people in Tyler Perry Studios, the people that he's hanging out with, his co-defendants, because Diddy Glover didn't have no co-defendants. Pure Bible. It seems as though Tyler Perry has co-defendants, and they are doing the same thing that he's allegedly doing. Pure Bible. Salute to everybody in the building. Smash that like button, guys. I do not care how much I like Tyler Perry's, some of his movies, but Tyler, it's too many allegations. Too many men been coming out talking about their yellow tasty cakes has been on the line to work with you. Pure Bible.
For my help? Some of y'all know the rest. I just want to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can.
And he's telling us to be as calm as we can. Tyler, how can we be calm when there's more boys coming forth? Pure survival. Saying that you was putting motherfucking butter on their blueberry muffins. On their blueberry muffins. That you and your best friend glazed their donut during survival. Tyler, how do you expect us to stay calm? Because you trying to be quiet and there's more boys that work with you that's coming out saying that they were assaulted, that they were R-worded. You know what I'm saying? And these are all the people that work with Tyler Perry. Personal Bible. It's hard for me not to believe that Tyler is capable of these things when it's nothing but men that are coming out saying the same exact thing during survival. If it ain't Tyler doing it to him, it's his best friend. This is crazy.
He's got the whole world in his hands. Got the whole world in his hands. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help. For my help? Some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can.
I'm not going to be calm, Tyler. This is nothing to be calm about. These men sound very sincere about these heart-wrenching trauma stories. You know what I'm saying? And then you think it's crazy because I wanted to work with Tyler Perry. Pure Bible. You know what I'm saying? But he probably wouldn't have tried to glaze my donut because I'm not as yellow as these yellow boys during survival. And this boy said that he was assaulted, that he allegedly got a train ran on him during survival, you know what I'm saying, by Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry's partner, his friend. And this is what he just recently said, Pure Bible, after this video. You know, it's sources close to him that said that he's going to testify that Tyler Perry and his best friend got him drunk, allegedly, Pure Bible, put something in his drink and ran a motherfucking choo-choo train on his tasty cakes. Pure Bible. Salute to EIJ, just hit that super chat. First to hit the super chat in the building, Pure Bible. Everybody smash that like button, guys. Y'all got to do it for this man. Prayers for this man. Okay? Because he said that he was assaulted first before the dude that sued Tyler Perry. And Tyler swept it under the rug. This is heart-wrenching, y'all.
I'm not about to hide anything with you guys. I'm not. And I'm not about to sit here and be afraid and be silenced by people knowingly they did me wrong. I'm calling out Tyler Perry Studios. I'm calling out Mark Swinton. I'm calling out Jeannie Harrison.
And he's naming names. I'm calling you out, Tyler Perry Studios. I'm calling out these other big name people that you got to deal with and you have to survive when you go inside of Tyler Perry's dungeon, his freak off dungeon. And I'm thinking that this was a very appropriate studio, but these men are horrified.
They did me wrong. I'm calling out Tyler Perry Studios. I'm calling out Mark Swinton. I'm calling out Jeannie Harrison. I'm calling out Michael Roberts. I'm calling out Tyler Perry. And I'm calling out Mark Temple. And I'm calling out Chris Giovanni. I want you guys to know what you guys did to me was very unlawful. And me being a retired vet, U.S. Army vet, going through post-traumatic stress disorder, going through mood, depressions, everything that I've claimed in my testimony.
See, so in his testimony, this dude is ex-military, Pure Bible. So he was going through anxiety, depression. He's saying that Tyler Perry did the same thing that Jada Pickett and her kitty cat, real Pure Bible, did to August Alsina. When you know that he's going through mental problems, he's going through anxiety. A lot of motherfuckers that was in the army, that was fighting for the country, they come back and a lot of them be thrown off. So you give this yellow boy an opportunity to be an actor, and the whole time he's being set up so y'all can take his virginity, allegedly take his virginity. From what he's saying, pure Bible, everybody got to get them likes up, guys. This is horrible. I mean, everybody in the building. You're not going to keep getting accused of the same thing, and then you have co-defendants and you allegedly sweeping this shit under the rug. Modia needs to be tested. Modia, this is crazy.
Wrong. I'm calling out Tyler Perry Studios. I'm calling out Mark Swinton. I'm calling out Jeannie Harrison. I'm calling out Michael Roberts. I'm calling out Tyler Perry. And I'm calling out Mark Temple. And I'm calling out Chris Giovanni.
Wow. He's calling out everybody. Whoever Chris Giovanni is, I know they all scared. Because now Diddy, we got his situation over with. You know what I'm saying? But now it's more other people in power that's been abusing their power. And they need to get Abercrombie and Fitch too. I don't know why we not hearing from those people that was trafficked by them, pure survival, Abercrombie and Fitch. We still have not heard about the victims in that case. This is wild, man.
I want you guys to know what you guys did to me was very unlawful. And me being a retired vet, U.S. Army vet, going through post-traumatic stress disorder, going through mood, depressions, everything that I've claimed in my testimony, you all covered it up. You all covered up a felony crime of what Mark Swin has done to me.
So Mark Swin is the Tyler Perry's best friend or his partner, the person he worked with. He's saying that they covered it up. He got his tasty cakes rammed into and they covered it up. This is wild. And if you cover up some horrible shit like that, pure the Bible, then you are just as guilty. Because you've been covering up other things for your own self, allegedly, Tyler Perry, pure the Bible. So this is very creepy. You know what I'm saying? That this boy got this done to him. And he's an actor. And he acted for Tyler Perry for years. And now he's coming forth because he see these other people coming forth and they are getting paid and he didn't get a dime. And he got his cakes ran in through. This is crazy.
Was very unlawful. And me being a retired vet, U.S. Army vet, going through post-traumatic stress disorder, going through mood, depressions, everything that I've claimed in my testimony, you all covered it up. You all covered up a felony crime of what Mark Swin has done to me. I've asked for help from the California State Bar to complain to Jeannie Harrison because she didn't tell me my California rights as a U.S. Army veteran and a California LA resident.
Now imagine that a U.S. Army veteran had to pull down his G.I. Joe uniform, pure survival, and let Tyler Perry and his best friend, his co-worker, his co-defendant, allegedly clap his cheeks while he had on his G.I. Joe outfit. Imagine this man throwing bombs and trying to save the world and doing all this gangster stuff, holding AR-15s, pure Bible, shooting shit up, and then to come get his pants pulled down by two other grown men, pure Bible. That's demasculation. That's de-escalation. Y'all got to smash that like button, guys. This is horrible. Salute to my baby, pure Bible in the building. This is horrible, guys. You know what I mean? And I feel like he should be paid because it sounds like the boy is upset. Not only did he get his cheeks clapped, you know what I'm saying, but he didn't get no money out the deal. You know what I mean? So he wants paid, Tyler.
You all covered it up. You all covered up a felony crime of what Mark Swin has done to me. I've asked for help from the California State Bar to complain to Jeannie Harrison because she didn't tell me my California rights as a U.S. Army veteran and a California LA resident. I'm sitting here looking on the news that this kid named Derek Dixon is getting unlimited jurisdiction quid pro as an LA resident, right? His incident happened in 2020 in Georgia in an employment place. He said he had a sexual harassment, and he was groped by Tyler Perry in Georgia as an employment place. But he's an LA resident. All right, y'all tracking what I'm saying?
So it sounds like he feels like the other dude got treated better than he did. The dude that's suing Tyler Perry for the $260 million Bible, he had the same thing for as his residence, but he wasn't able. He got his donut glazed. He got glazed before the dude that's suing Tyler Perry. So why didn't this yellow boy get his justice? Pure survival? Why did they give the other dude a pass when they both got their asses cheeks clapped? This is wild.
Derek Dixon is getting unlimited jurisdiction quid pro as an LA resident, right? His incident happened in 2020 in Georgia in an employment place. He said he had a sexual harassment, and he was groped by Tyler Perry in Georgia as an employment place. But he's an LA resident. All right, y'all tracking what I'm saying? 2022, my incident. I get sexually assaulted and raped.
Wow, did y'all hear that? Smash that like button. In 2022, he was assaulted and he was R-worded. Do you hear this? There are men that are going through this horrible shit. And y'all be smashing that like button if it was a woman. Pure survival. It happens to men too during survival. Mo Dia allegedly clapped this boy's cheeks and his partner, and he hid the partner clapping his cheeks because the partner probably said, look, them cheeks was good, Tyler. Those cheeks was good. You need to get you some. Pure survival. So whoever, if they allegedly ran a trade, like I said, got this man tore up or whatever, and y'all can say, oh, he just trying to get some money. If the man got his tasty cakes rammed through where he had to get stitches, pure survival, shouldn't he deserve some motherfucking money? This is horrible, guys.
Right? His incident happened in 2020 in Georgia in an employment place. He said he had a sexual harassment, and he was groped by Tyler Perry in Georgia as an employment place. But he's an LA resident. All right, y'all tracking what I'm saying? 2022, my incident. I get sexually assaulted and raped, drugged, blacked out. That's a felony crime.
Wow.
And it happened in Georgia as an LA resident.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe that he was assaulted and he was drugged and got his army fatigue pants pulled down, pure survival, and sausages went into him. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe him. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think he lying during survival. Because I'm not going to lie. I believe the man. Why is it all these boys and they all got the same, they all look alike during survival? Tyler Perry has a certain taste. He has a certain taste for certain tasty cakes.
All right, y'all tracking what I'm saying? 2022, my incident. I get sexually assaulted and raped, drugged, blacked out. That's a felony crime. And it happened in Georgia as an LA resident. So, if you guys don't know the laws in Georgia, this is what they put against me. They said I had 2 years of a statute of limitation. I got 5 months late. 2 years of statute of limitation, right? Now, let's go back to Derek Dixon. 2020, same incident, but just a different He has sexual harassment. That's way before statute of limitation, right? 2 years, right? That's what, 4, 5 years? And he gets a lawsuit with his attorney, Jonathan Belshad. Jonathan Belshad gets him a $260 million lawsuit.
And yes, it does sound like the boy is complaining because he just wants some money. But y'all have to understand the man said he was R-worded, that they ran a choo-choo train on him. And he just don't understand how come everybody else is cashing out, and he's still feeling pain inside of his rear end, and he wants some motherfucking money. This is just awful that Tyler Perry Studios, everything with him is the same type of behavior. So if anybody still want to believe that Tyler Perry is straight, y'all can believe what y'all want. Yes, he's complaining. Yes, he should have came out a long time ago. But look at his hair. If you see this boy in pictures before this, he looked like he done went on ahead and got on crack. He been fighting these demons and these men running in his tasty cakes. The boy done went and got on drugs. Give him some money.
Limitation, right? 2 years, right? That's what, 4, 5 years? And he gets a lawsuit with his attorney, Jonathan Belshad. Jonathan Belshad gets him a $260 million lawsuit. And it's all over TMZ, it's all over Fox, it's all over every news outlet that you can name.
See, so he's saying that, why didn't my incident get all over TMZ? Why didn't I get justice? I got smashed and ran through before Derek motherfucking Dixon. I got Tyler Perry's Derek Dixon before Derek Dixon. So why ain't they put me all over the news?
And he gets a lawsuit with his attorney, Jonathan Belshad. Jonathan Belshad gets him a $260 million lawsuit. And it's all over TMZ, it's all over Fox, it's all over every news outlet that you can name. Right? Every news outlet. But my civil attorney. Now let's go on the story. How all this stuff happened to me. Ever since I came out with my first video. Right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. TP, I'm not afraid of none of y'all. I'm not afraid of none of your lawyers. I'm not even part of this business, entertainment business anymore. You're gonna get exposed. Me being with Yahweh Elohim, Yahshua the Messiah.
Wow, put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe this man. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't. Because like he said, you know how they say that these powerful people, you're supposed to be afraid of them. He's saying, I'm no longer afraid of Modia. Y'all are going to get exposed for the creepy shit, the horrible shit, making motherfuckers want to tell them they could become actors, but they're not letting them know in the beginning that they're going to have to give up their virginities. And to me, he's saying the same stuff that all of the other victims were saying. This is why I believe the boy. Yes, he's money hungry, but I believe him.
Right? Every news outlet. But my civil attorney. Now, let's go on the story, how all this stuff happened to me. Ever since I came out with my first video, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. TP, I'm not afraid of none of y'all. I'm not afraid of none of your lawyers. I'm not even part of this business, entertainment business anymore. You're going to get exposed.
Wow.
Me being with Yahweh Elohim, Yahshua the Messiah, I am covered. And I'm about to expose every demon that is literally possessing you right now.
Every demon that's literally possessing you. Pure Bible. Look in his eyes. You can see the sincerity. He said that Tyler Perry is a demon and everybody that worked with the motherfucker is a demon. Pure Bible. He looked like he stuck his hand in a socket and his hair just puffed out. He got a blowout. You know what I'm saying? But you can look inside of his eyes. He looked just like Christian Keys, the other boy, Derek motherfucker Dixon. They all are like similarly the kind of like the same kind of guy during survival. And he's saying that Tyler and them are demons. We've been saying that there are demons in Hollywood. So how am I not going to believe this yellow boy, pure survival, and his yellow facial expressions? He seemed very, very, very serious and sincere. And I'm telling you now, his butt probably hurt right now as he's sitting right there, exposing what's going on. Pure Bible. Whole Tasty Cakes is hurting sitting on that couch.
I pray to none of your lawyers. I'm not even part of this business, entertainment business anymore. You're going to get exposed. Me being with Yahweh Elohim, Yahshua the Messiah, I am covered. And I'm about to expose every demon that is literally possessing you right now. I met a guy who's my manager named Chris Giovanni. Now, I was, I had an agent out in Atlanta. Her name is Joy Purvis. Everybody knows Jay Purvis, of course, and I told her I was going to go to this guy named Chris Giovanni. And Joy told me, oh, no, you shouldn't go to him. He's a bad guy, and he's not going to be the right manager for you. So I'll say this. I meet Chris. I get signed,
See, now that's where he went wrong. The lady told him, don't go with them. They are demons. They are going to do you wrong. Pure Bible. And I'm not going to lie, Braxton. You knew that woman said, don't go deal with them. They're demons. And you chose to go fuck with them anyway. Pure Bible. So you got yourself smashed. You got your virginity broke because you was hard motherfucker headed. Pure Bible. Now you're peasy headed behind this whole thing. You was hard headed. Now you peasy headed. Y'all got to smash that like button, guys. We got over 1,000 people in the building, man. This is crazy.
Now, I was, I had an agent out in Atlanta. Her name is Joy Purvis. Everybody knows Jay Purvis, of course, and I told her I was going to go to this guy named Chris Giovanni. And Joy told me, oh, no, you shouldn't go to him. He's a bad guy, and he's not going to be the right manager for you. So I'll say this. I meet Chris. I get signed, He wanted to have dinner. He wanted to meet up at Mama's Shelter in Los Angeles. Mama's Shelter is closed right now. It's closed down, but that's where me and him met up at, and we had a conversation. So I told him about my situation. I was just telling him what I went through, and, I went through the whole Tyler Perry situation with Mark Swinton and what he did to me, paying me $6,000 to shut the hell up, to not ruin my career, his career, or anything like that.
Wow. So they paid him $6,000 to silence him. For $6,000, you need to be quiet. Don't tell nobody we put something in your drink. Pure survival. Pull down your motherfucking army fatigue pants, and your tasty cakes was the bomb. Your tasty cakes was the bomb. Pure survival. This is crazy. So they paid him $6,000 to be quiet. So I feel as though you should have came out a long time ago, but I can't say that because look at all the females in Bill Cosby case. Pure survival. Look at Diddy Glover's case. Nobody tells what happened to him, allegedly happened to him, until years later. I feel like everybody should come out. 1,300 people in the building. Smash that like button, guys. But he came out late to say what happened, and I feel like he definitely just wants money. But I believe his story, the horror, pure Bible.
He wanted to have dinner. He wanted to meet up at Mama's Shelter in Los Angeles. Mama's Shelter is closed right now. It's closed down, but that's where me and him met up at, and we had a conversation. So I told him about my situation. I was just telling him what I went through, and, I went through the whole Tyler Perry situation with Mark Swinton and what he did to me, paying me $6,000 to shut the hell up, to not ruin my career, his career, or anything like that. And, I told him about the situation I went through, me being sexually assaulted and raped. And he told me, he was like, oh, yeah, I had the same client.
Now, do y'all believe him? He said he was actually assaulted and R-worded. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe him. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And smash that like button, guys. This is another actor that worked with Tyler Perry that's saying that he was R-worded. Trains was ran on him. Pure survival. They was taking turns on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know, and he see people getting paid now. So now he wants some of that money for his pain and his tasty cake suffering during survival. For his pain and tasty cake suffering.
Named Chris Giovanni. And Joy told me, oh no, you shouldn't go to him. He's a bad guy. And he's not going to be the right manager for you. So I'll say this. I meet Chris. I get signed. You know. He wanted to have dinner. He wanted to meet up at Mama's Shelter in Los Angeles. Mama's Shelter is closed right now. It's closed down, but that's where me and him met up at, and we had a conversation. So I told him about my situation. Like, you know, I was telling him what I went through, and, you know, I went through the whole Tyler Perry situation with Mark Swinton and what he did to me, paying me $6,000 to shut the hell up, to not ruin my career, his career, or anything like that. And you know, I told him about the situation I went through, me being sexually assaulted and raped. And he told me, he was like, oh, yeah, you know, I had the same client that went through that. And all my clients who were working with Tyler, you know, they're going through a lot of stress. And people are taking advantage of his clients. Even somebody, a female lead right now, I think her name is Melissa, who's on Ruthless, is saying the same thing, that she's ready to leave Tyler Perry too. But that's
wow. Now tell me y'all don't believe that. Smash that like button, everybody, and put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe it. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't. He said that there is a female lead actor that's ready to leave Tyler Perry Studios. Press her Bible. She's ready to leave that dungeon. So if she comes out with a lawsuit, this is getting crazy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Why would the female lead actor ready to leave Tyler Perry if it ain't no goofy shit going on over there? Pure survival. You know what I mean? All the men is coming out, the little yellow boys, saying that they all been assaulted and all this type of shit, and they all tried to be quiet. Like I said, y'all remember Christian Keys. Christian Keys was saying it was happening to him for years. Somebody very, very powerful. And it seems as though when they have this power, these people are in fear that they're not going to have a job in Hollywood no more. Pure survival. But I will tell you this. You only got one time to drug me and clap my cheeks. Pure survival. Fuck Hollywood. I'm going to take you down. You know what I'm talking about? Pure survival. I'm willing to spend the rest of my life in jail. You just R-word me. Pure survival. And I'm not going to say nothing because I'm just worried about if I'm going to get blackballed in Hollywood. Pure survival. I got hit from the back without my permission. Pure survival. Motherfucker hugged me from the back, put something in my drink. I fall asleep, wake up buck ass naked next to Modia. Pure survival. Watching the Diddy Glover's video on TV. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
being sexually assaulted and raped. And he told me, he was like, oh, yeah, you know, I had the same client that went through that. And all my clients who were working with Tyler, you know, they're going through a lot of stress. And people are taking advantage of his clients. Even somebody, a female lead right now, I think her name is Melissa, who's on Ruthless, is saying the same thing, that she's ready to leave Tyler Perry too. But that's another side of the story. I'm not even talking about that right now. He was the one that kind of orchestrated everything and told me, I think you need to report this. I think you need to say something. Because I've been holding on for this for 2 years. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know who to go to. Being an actor, you know, as y'all all know, it's a hard situation to go through.
So he got smashed 2 years prior when he got smashed, you know what I'm saying? And he said he didn't know what to do during survival. I guess you got to be in that situation to get, you know what I mean, get your cakes ran through. by Tyler Perry, allegedly, Madea and his friends or whatever, or whoever in Hollywood. He said he didn't know what to do. Nigga, please, Prince of Apple. I would have knew what to do instantly. But I don't, the boy didn't know what to do. This is what he's saying. Now he's coming forth.
He was the one that kind of orchestrated everything and told me, I think you need to report this. I think you need to say something. Because I've been holding on for this for 2 years. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know who to go to. Being an actor, as y'all all know, it's a hard situation to go through. This is your life. This is what you want. This is your career. This is your dream, right? This is all that you want. But then, you got somebody that you trust, your manager, that's going to support you in this. And he's like, I'm going to help you, but I need you to, when I do tip off this guy, and he's talking about Mark Temple, who's Tyler Perry's attorney. But let's keep going. He tips Mark Temple's attorney and told him, hey, I have a client that's going through the situation. What do you want me to do with this? So Mark Temple tips off Tyler.
So the dude that he's saying that he trusted tipped Tyler Perry off that this boy was going to go tell Pure Survival. So it sounds like he's saying Tyler Perry's lawyers and people that Tyler Perry work with, the team, are like a part of the shit. You know what I'm saying? So once Tyler Perry found out that this boy and his pink lips was about to tell Pure Survival, I guess they blackballed him, swept the shit under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, he looked like he used drugs, doing crack out of Pepsi cans now, Pure Survival. I just think that this is horrible, that the boy been going through all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if this is allegedly true, this is traumatizing. Like, you can't even go tell nobody because clearly they went and told Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry like, look, we're going to handle the boy. Pure Survival, we're going to silence him. Smash that like button, y'all.
Then, you got somebody that you trust, your manager, that's going to support you in this. And he's like, I'm going to help you, but I need you to, when I do tip off this guy, and he's talking about Mark Temple, who's Tyler Perry's attorney. But let's keep going. He tips Mark Temple's attorney and told him, hey, I have a client that's going through the situation. What do you want me to do with this? So Mark Temple tips off Tyler. As I quote, Tyler was pissed. Right? Tyler was pissed. And that's all I hear from, Chris. And Chris was telling me, they're going to have a third-party attorney that's going to contact you, and they're going to do, it's going to be normal, and they're going to ask you, hey, we've been hired for Tyler Perry Studios to do a employment place investigation. But, Tyler's going to know about all the information. He's going to know about what's happening.
So you should have known that. He should have went to somebody else. So he said Tyler Perry's lawyers and their people like, okay, we have to tell Tyler that it's something going on in the employment space. So if his partner and him allegedly ran a train on you, Pure Survival, or the dude clapped your cheeks first and Tyler didn't say nothing, what makes you think that he's going to, they're not going to get rid of you? Once Tyler knows that, okay, this boy is about to tell, da-da-da-da-da, I got to do a report because it's in the workspace. You know what I mean? So he should have went and got a lawyer. He should have went to the police. He should have been did something. Now I feel like he's coming out because he's seeing other people get money now. Pure Survival, 260 million. He see that white boy with the blue jeans, Pure Survival. He got Derek Dixon getting his. Derek said, you're not just going to smash me. It's going to cost you, Tyler. Pure Survival. It's going to cost you, Mo dear. This dude like, damn, I am late. I should be cashing out. Pure Survival. Smash that like button, guys. Let's get 300 likes in the building. This man is trying to get his money. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, if he really did get smashed, you know what I'm saying? Why not get your money? You already got your virginity broke. Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? So this is crazy.
Tyler was pissed. Right? Tyler was pissed. And that's all I hear from, Chris. And Chris was telling me, they're going to have a third party attorney that's going to contact you, and they're going to do it's going to be normal, and they're going to ask you, hey, we've been hired for Tyler Perry Studios to do a employment place investigation, but Tyler's going to know about all the information. He's going to know about what's happening, know about all the accusations, right? Okay, so let's get to the nice things here. So Chris tells me, hey, just tell them that I try to send you an audition for Straw and this and that, and because I don't want to be having a conflict of interest, because I have clients, they're making about $100,000 each episode. I mean, well, they're making their client, his client is making $1 million, but he's making $100,000 on each client, and I'm pretty sure he has, like he told me, it was like 3 clients that he had on there. But anyway, that's like the moral of the story. But he told me to lie for him. That's red flag number 1. He's been working for Tyler for since he was 18. I think the guy's like 32 now. I'm not really good at math, but pretty sure that's.
So do you hear what he's saying? He was told that he was supposed to lie so Tyler Perry wouldn't get in trouble. Pure survival. Somebody that's been working for him said, look, I'm going to need you to lie. You can't tell the truth. You can't say that Tyler Perry and his partner allegedly smashed you, pure survival, until doo-doo fluid and stuck on the wall. You can't say none of this. You have to lie if you want to stay in the business. This is horrible, y'all. Pure survival.
That he had on there. But anyway, that's like the moral of the story. But he told me to lie for him.
Right. Listen, why would anyone not believe the man? Why would he make some shit up like this? Pure survival. Like I said, he's money hungry. Yeah, he want money. But I believe that this happened. And he just probably wasn't going to say nothing. Now he sees somebody else came forward. Just like Cassie. Ain't nobody else come forward until Cassie came out and sued Diddy Glover. Pure survival. None of them people would have said nothing if Cassie didn't come forward. So Derek Dixon came forward, and all the yellow boys are coming out. It brought all the yellow boys milkshakes to the yard. Y'all got to get them likes up.
They're making about $100,000 each episode. I mean, well, they're making their client. His client is making $1 million, but he's making $100,000 on each client. And I'm pretty sure he has, like he told me, it was like 3 clients that he had on there. But anyway, that's like the moral of the story. But he told me to lie for him. That's red flag number 1. He's been working for Tyler for since he was 18. I think the guy's like 32 now. I'm not really good at math, but pretty sure that's almost 13 years. I'm not really good at math, but that's a very long time. The guy knows the guy very well. So I'm going through the investigation, right, guys? Michael Robbins sends me a message. He has this other paralegal that's typing up all my stuff. Okay, she's listening to everything, my whole testimony. I tell her everything. I tell her everything what happens. I even got the testimony written out and everything. I literally have everything. So, I'm over here trying to figure out, okay, should I get an attorney? I don't know what to do. This just doesn't seem right? So, I'm trying to figure out to get an attorney. I let Chris know I want to get an attorney. The dude gets pissed off. Talking about, you don't need to get an attorney. You're just going to cause problems and all this and blah, blah, blah. We can't.
So he wanted to get a lawyer, but the people that was working for him sound like clearly they was working for Tyler Perry too, and told him, look, you don't need to get no lawyer. You're going to ruin everything. You're going to ruin your career. This is horrible though, y'all. Like, to keep it real, like if this really, really happened, this just lets you know, man, in Hollywood, we've been hearing these stories, man. If you don't do what these people want you to do, and if they got a crush on you, pure survival, you got to come out as an ugly actor during survival. You got to be an ugly actor. You know what I'm talking about? You got to stink. You got to smell like doo-doo. You got to not wipe your behind. You know what I'm talking about? You just got to, your handshake stink. That's how I be. I go ahead and rub my hands and then shake his hand with my hands stinking. Pure survival. They're gonna be like, we don't want that motherfucker. He funky as hell. He can act. Just put him in there. But we don't want to take his virginity. The man smell like poop. Pure survival. Cause they not playing. This is wild.
Should I get an attorney? I don't know what to do. This just doesn't seem right? So I'm trying to figure out how to get an attorney. I let Chris know I want to get an attorney. The dude gets pissed off. Talking about, you don't need to get an attorney. You're just going to cause problems and all this and blah, blah, blah. We can't have this happen. And I'm just like, well, I need to be protected because I don't know what these guys are going to do. They're going to manipulate me. These guys are very powerful. They're billionaires, you know. They can do anything. I don't have shit. I ain't got money like them. I don't have shit.
You see that? Look, I don't got money like them. I don't got shit. He's trying to get his feet off the ground to get his career started. He know that these men are powerful, pure survival, that they can definitely run a train on him. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I believe him. Allegedly, they ran a train. I don't know. But he was like, look, I don't got no money. I'm trying to get in the game. Pure survival. I fought for the country. I'm going through mental and anxiety, all types of breakdowns. Tyler Perry, his partner, they promised me, said I'll be a great motherfucker actor. Pure survival. Took me out to dinner. But I didn't know the whole time that they was plotting to run a train on me and surround me like a rap cipher, buck ass naked, surround me like a rap cipher and make me spit a verse on their wieners. This is crazy.
Attorney, you're just gonna cause problems and all this and blah blah blah. We can't have this happen. And I'm just like, well, I need to be protected because I don't know what these guys are gonna do. They're gonna manipulate me. These guys are very powerful. They're billionaires, you know. They can do anything. I don't have shit. I ain't got money like them. I don't have shit. I don't got nothing like them. I'm just trying to take down the person who sexually assaulted and raped me. That's the person I'm trying to take down. But here, it gets even much better. While I'm looking for an attorney, I'm looking for entertainment lawyers to try to see who's connected in the business that can really help me out in this situation because I don't have anybody. I have a case. But everybody's not trying to take on my case because it's so political.
See, so everybody has to understand. The man said that he was R-worded. So he did go and try to get a lawyer and try to, you know what I mean? But it sounded like clearly, like how everybody said with Diddy Glover, they was real fast to say, look, Diddy Glover got the cops where he can pay the cops off, da-da-da-da. Mo Dia got that kind of money too, pure survival. So he was trying to get a lawyer. He was trying to get help during survival. But it sounds as though Tyler Perry was paying these people off to keep this yellow boy motherfucker quiet. Pure survival. That's what it sounded like. Because at first I was going to be like, motherfucker, why you ain't come out then? But it sounded like he's saying he was trying to come out, but he kept getting blackballed. Not only did he get balled the other way, but he's getting blackballed again. Black balls and blackballed. Pure survival.
They can do anything. I don't have shit. I ain't got money like them. I don't have shit. I don't got nothing like them. I'm just trying to take down the person who sexually assaulted and raped me. That's the person I'm trying to take down. But here, it gets even much better. While I'm looking for an attorney, I'm looking for entertainment lawyers to try to see who's connected in the business that can really help me out in this situation because I don't have anybody. I have a case. But everybody's not trying to take on my case because it's so political. People don't want to ruin their reputation. And I don't know why people don't. I just feel like it's just so stupid how this entertainment business runs. These people are saying here, like, oh, I'm not trying to mess up my political rep, you know, if I take on the case like this. And then they just ruin me. Who gives a shit, man? You got a person over here that's been sexually assaulted. That's a felony crime. Let me say that again. That is a felony crime.
See, so all the lawyers, the entertainment lawyers and stuff like that, it sound like they were working with Tyler Perry, pure survival. Because he's saying that they was all worried about losing their careers. Like if they took on his case with him saying that he was R-worded and he got his donut glazed, they wasn't trying to take this man's case during survival. And now that he see that somebody got their case taken, which was Derek Dixon, you know what I'm saying? Somehow he slipped through the butt cracks. And now he like, oh, I got to get mine.
It's just so stupid how this entertainment business runs. These people are saying here, like, oh, I'm not trying to mess up my political rep, you know, if I take on the case like this. And then they just ruin me. Who gives a shit, man? You got a person over here that's been sexually assaulted. That's a felony crime. Let me say that again. That is a felony crime. Okay? Vulnerable, PTSD, 100% disabled veteran that is going through it. And to be honest with you, I'm federally protected. But I'll get better. I'll continue that story better on to my story when I'm trying to tell you. I'm looking for an entertainment lawyer. There's this guy named Doug Johnson. Doug Johnson, I don't know, I guess he deals with stuff like this with sexual assault, but he's like, this ain't my type of thing. But I think I know a woman that can really do this for you. So he introduced me to this lady named Jeannie Harrison.
Wow, so they were just passing him around. Not only did he get passed around in the freak off dungeon at Tyler Perry Studios, it sounded like the lawyers was passing him around too. Like none of them wanted to take his case. They were just passing this man's cakes around like crazy.
Take a thing. But I think I know a woman that can really do this for you. So he introduced me to this lady named Jeannie Harrison. Jeannie Harrison, I guess she repped for the Harvey Weinstein victims. And, I don't know what happened in the Harvey Weinstein, and I've seen that he went to jail, he's been indicted, stuff like that. But it sounds like it's good on paper, right? She's got everything that you need, right? So let's continue. She takes on my case. I tell her for the beginning of the story, I tell her, listen, I had a lot of attorneys tell me in Georgia, because I don't know my rights, because I live in Los Angeles. I'm a resident of Los Angeles, but I went over there and traveled in an employment place and came back, right? So, they're saying the statute of limitation is 2 years. And I told her this straight up. This was statute of limitation for 2 years. And I had several attorneys tell me that in Georgia. So I was like, well, they were telling me you're going to have to get a civil attorney in LA because you're a resident in LA. So I'm going here trying to figure out the situation. I'm telling her she still takes on the case. But she says, hey, I'm about to go on vacation for a whole month and I'll let you know when things are going good.
Wow. So they was just spending this boy. They was spending this boy. They knew that this boy, what happened to him, you know what I'm saying? They just not trying to help the boy. They spending him during survival. Like I said, I see that the fact that Derek Dixon got his lawsuit out there for $260 million. It definitely sounds like this man wants to be paid because he sees somebody is about to get paid during survival. I can't say that he wasn't trying to pursue this years ago. He's saying he's been trying to pursue this. And he's saying the same type of stuff that the other victims were saying. I'm telling you, this is not looking good, T. Perry. Pure survival. It's just not. Because now people are saying your staff is allegedly taking people's virginity. Not just you, your staff. That's like a whole RICO thing. Put a one in the chat, guys, if y'all think it's possible that Tyler Perry can get a RICO. Get him a whole FRICO during survival. You see how they did Diddy Glover? You know he's paying for the flights and all of that stuff like that. Pure survival. You know what I mean? And you can get a RICO very easy now. So man, the industry is just insane, guys. Like I know he got a smile on his face, pure survival, but it's a salty smile. You ever see a motherfucker smile, but he's salty? Motherfucker like, it's a salty smile during survival. The man is salty. How did I give my virginity up and I ain't get no motherfucking money? Pure survival. And y'all gave it all to Derek Dixon when I had to take on 20 to 30 Tyler Perry Studios Dixons. This is crazy. Smash that like button.
I waited a month. Okay? I waited a month. No words. Nothing. I haven't heard from anyone. I haven't talked to anyone. I only talked to her paralegal. Paralegal's like, just keep sending us some of your doctor stuff and your medical documents. Now, as you know, guys, That's HIPAA Act. Giving out federal documents, what I'm going through in my medical procedures, and knowingly I didn't know they were trying to keep a felony crime hidden. That is a felony crime, and that's federal. But I'll continue. I'm giving all my medical documents to an attorney that is representing me, right? And she doesn't mention any of this stuff to them. Now, I know she's going to tell me, oh, I said these things and blah, blah, blah. But why haven't you tell me my rights in Los Angeles?
Wow.
Why haven't you tell me I had unlimited jurisdiction in Los Angeles? Why you didn't tell me I had quid pro in Los Angeles?
And I think they didn't tell this man that because they was being paid off by Tyler Perry. This is what I believe, pure survival. If this really happened, what this man is saying, it sounds like they were paid off not to tell him his rights. It sounds like they didn't want to fight the case. Sound like the motherfucker had a public pretender, pure survival, because public pretenders, they just want you to take a plea.
Why was this case not seen by a judge, jury, or any mediation? Guys, when I tell you what they offered me versus Derek Dixon's case, because I wanted criminal and I wanted civil, but she said it was impossible.
All right, so he wanted to press charges too. He wanted criminal and civil. Now y'all see Derek Dixon, he got this 260 million. Now let me hear what he say that they were trying to offer him. And he like, I gave that ass up, and this is all you're offering me? I don't know. I'm watching this at the same time with y'all. This part right here, Brother Bible. How much did they offer you, boy?
Versus Derek Dixon's case, because I wanted criminal and I wanted civil, but she said it was impossible to do any of that because of the statute of limitation in Georgia. Oh, and I totally forgot. The third party attorney, Michael Robbins, who was doing the investigation, she's been doing business with him for over 15 years, and they've done the same. They were working together at the same practice before for 15 years. They worked on the same cases together as a team. Conflict of interest. A vulnerable victim that's been sexually assaulted and raped, mood disorder, PTSD, depression. Going through a lot.
Y'all gotta smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button and put the prayer hands in here. Because if he's watching this, I don't want him to unalive himself. If y'all listening to him, y'all, when people be having these mental problems and be ready to end it all, and some people don't pay attention to the signs. The shit he's saying, look, I tried to sue them. I've been trying to bring this up. I tried everything I could. They R-worded me. Da 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 da. I'm going through PhD. I'm going through STD. Whatever he's going through, he can mess around and want to, end it all, y'all. This is crazy.
A vulnerable victim that's been sexually assaulted and raped, mood disorder, PTSD, depression. Going through a lot. And you took advantage of my medical documents. No Silence Act order in California as a resident. As a VA disability retired soldier, I cannot be silenced during me having a disability. That's a federal crime. I can't be silenced or coerced or pressured to signing in anything without seeing a judge, a jury, and I was never told those rights.
Wow, this
That's
is
legal
heart wrenching.
malpractice.
This is heart wrenching, y'all. Smash that like button.
I make a police report while I'm in Colombia to the Roswell police on September 25th when I came out with my first video. My first video.
So I gotta find it, guys. If y'all see his first video, make sure y'all send it to me. You know what I'm saying, on Instagram or my email. I haven't seen his first video. So he's saying he been came out and did a video exposing Tyler Perry and his and his co-defendants. Pure Survival. I didn't know this boy Ben came out. I saw Christian Key's video. Yeah, I mean, yes, it is, Teresa. This is just how they all saying the same thing, Teresa. All of these men can't be lying. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely sad.
Before I even signed the NDA, and the NDA was signed on October 31st, because I even told her I didn't trust her. I didn't trust what they were doing. They were manipulating. I felt like I was being pressed. Even the third-party interviewer, Michael Robbins, he didn't even give us a conclusion on the case. He didn't even tell us who was at the wrong or anything. He didn't even give us any information. Tyler Perry knew everything. He kept all that information silent.
Y'all see that? Tyler Perry knew everything. Modia knew everything and kept this silent during survival. And to me, I believe the boy. Just like everybody was surprised. Well, why did Diddy buy the video with Cassie? Why the hell wouldn't he want to buy it? He didn't want the world to see what the hell they was doing. Pure survival. He didn't want it to come out. And neither did Tyler Perry want this situation to come out with his name attached to this shit with this boy. Pure survival. And it sounded like everybody was paid off to keep this boy silent. I'm sorry. Smash that like button, guys. Everybody smash that like button. This is awful that people got to go through this in Hollywood. Just to follow your dreams, you got to get through the Hollywood schemes.
Like, I felt like I was being pressed. Even the third-party interviewer, Michael Robbins, didn't even give us a conclusion on the case. He didn't even tell us who was at the wrong or anything. He didn't even give us any information. Tyler Perry knew everything. He kept all that information silent. Everything silent. He didn't let anyone know. But my attorney saying, hey, I got text messages of the lady telling me this. Stay away from the police. Keep your status quo. Delete the post. They can sue you for defamation. But they want you to take it down so they can still pay you. Okay.
And how they going to sue this man for defamation if this really happened to him? If he really got glazed and surrounded like a rap cipher, how can y'all get him for defamation if he's telling the truth during survival? This is crazy. It's like they was trying to scare him.
But my attorney saying, hey, I got text messages of the lady telling me this. Stay away from the police. Keep your status quo. Delete the post. They can sue you for defamation. But they want you to take it down so they can still pay you. Okay, so let's go back. I got a 2-year statute of limitation, they said. I don't have a case, right? I don't have a case. So if you got a 2-year statute of limitation in civil in Georgia, you have no case. We ain't paying shit. We can fight you in court, right? But they said, no, we still want to pay him. We still want to negotiate. My attorney still didn't tell me my rights. I was still never told my rights. I was manipulated. I was coerced to sign something that I didn't want to sign. They had me in an increment payment. They settled. My attorney has settled with me with $500 and she took $201,000 from me and leaving.
Wow. So he settled for 500,000. Okay. So you was paid already to be quiet. Now I just realized this. Pure survival. So he was paid already. So whatever happened to him definitely must have had happened to him during survival. You know what I'm saying? Because he was paid 500,000, and he just said that his lawyer got 200,000. And he see that boy about to get millions, Derek Dixon, pure survival. So he popped his motherfucking head out. Oh, I should have been paid more money than this. Hold on. Okay. Hold. Let's hear this again.
I was manipulated. I was coerced to sign something that I didn't want to sign. They had me in an increment payment. They settled. My attorney had settled with me with $500,000, and she took $201,000 from me and leaving me with $298,000. Versus $260 million that Derek Dixon is requesting.
Hold on, y'all. So put a one in the chat if y'all think that it's right that he should get more than that, than the 500,000, or put a two in the chat if it just sounds as though he's coming out now because he's bitter because Derek Dixon is about to get the bigger bag during survival. That he's not even upset no more. He just upset about the money. Pure survival. His behind already healed. His booty done got stitches already. Pure survival. You just coming out trying to get money because you see that somebody else is getting more. Pure survival. If that's what y'all think, or do y'all think that even if he only got 200,000 out of the 500,000, he still should get paid during survival? Or should he had took his time? Because it seemed like they was running him through circles. Look, half and half. Like it sounded like they didn't want to give him no money. It sounded like they didn't want to give him no help, pure survival. And then they ended up giving him, look here, take these crumbs, pure survival, which 500,000 is not no crumbs to me. I would love to have it in my bank right now. Even the 200 that he talked about, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But if you know that somebody else is getting 260 million, now that is a penny. It's not even a penny compared to that. So I get it. But my whole thing is about the victims and helping the young people not go through this, not just on a money hungry thing during survival. So we gotta dissect what we think this dude's whole goal is. Is he caring about the youth so they don't go through it, or is he just worried about the money, pure survival? Or should he be able to deserve the money? I'm gonna let y'all decide that.
Or told my rights. I was manipulated. I was coerced to sign something that I didn't want to sign. They had me in an increment payment. They settled. My attorney had settled with me with $500,000, and she took $201,000 from me and leaving me with $298,000. Versus $260 million that Derek Dixon is requesting. And he's doing criminal and civil. And you tell me I wasn't manipulated?
Now, y'all tell me right now, was he manipulated to quickly take that 500,000 and go somewhere and sit down? Pure survival? Put a one in the chat. Or do y'all think, put a two in the chat that purposely they didn't want to tell him he could have got more money? Because it does sound like he could have got more money. I mean, for sure. And it sounds like they gassed his ass up, said, look, you better take this money right now, because this is all you can get. You know what I mean? He was just dumb. Oh, my God. Secret of the truth. He a goofy. Y'all crazy as hell. That's on him. So look, see, all right. So people feel like, look, you should have asked for more money from up front. You know what I'm saying? Should have did his research. One of the two. D Doc got three motherfucking ones. Pills of Bible, Pills of Bible. Everybody hit that like button. Yes, everybody smashed that like button. He was cheap on his buns compared to buns. So, Seeker, he fell for it. He fell for it. Definitely did fall for it. Cause now I see. I'm like, damn. He rushed it. He did rush it, baby. Pure survival. He definitely rushed it. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm hearing the fact that he was trying and they were finessing him. More money, more money. And I don't know. Like I think they teamed up somewhat to get him to do it, but he should have took his time. You know what I mean? He definitely should have took his time. Cause now you can't be mad that the other boy getting way more money. You know what I mean? Pure survival. You getting like I don't even call that money compared to 260 million. And then you got 500,000. You had to give her 200,000. You know what I'm saying? And then was left with 290, and no telling what the government took from it. You know what I mean? So he's pissed right now. Pure survival. So I don't know, sir, if you're gonna be able to come out somehow and get more money, but I feel like also you should be thinking about the youth and you should want justice, period. Not just about the money. You know what I mean? Because that's what it kind of sounded like. I'm not even gonna front. Like I was crying and everything in the beginning, sir, but I'm starting to feel as though this is all about money. Now, you should want to get some money, but you should also want to make people aware of what happens over there, especially for the young actors coming up. You know what I mean?
And you tell me I wasn't manipulated. I wasn't shut out, silenced. I was pressured to sign that contract. They tell me to delete the post because I was gaining traction. Because they would get too much attention. They knew the situation I was going through. It was wrong. Tyler Perry signed a contract knowing that he said, I deny every allegation. Him and Mark Swinton. And he kept the person in that very office that did a felony crime and sexual assault and rape. Me having me getting diagnosed, working on getting I was getting diagnosed with Stockholm syndrome. If you don't know,
See, and you know what? Your argument is making people right now. You're diagnosing us with "we don't give a damn" syndrome, because it just sounds as though now, sir, your attention is not what I thought it was in the beginning. But I still want to highlight these horrible things that's going on in Hollywood.
what Stockholm syndrome is, I would advise you to look that up. I had every medical document proving that. But my civil attorney ignored it. I'm going to just say this. I don't need no help from no man, no woman, no politician, no lawyer, no law enforcement. I don't need no help. I just need a fair trial. I'll represent my damn self. Y'all will represent me. I don't need no lawyers. I don't need anyone. Because all I asked was for some help.
Now I don't know if he's gonna be able to do anything about this, ladies and gentlemen, because he took the first money. He took the first bit of money. So I don't know if this is even going to be violent. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that he can come back and refile again. Put a two in the chat if y'all think that he can't. He's done. Like nigga, you took the 500,000 pure survival, so it's not gonna. I believe him too, Mandy. He definitely need help. Yes, he does, Tammy. Pure survival. I don't know why he talking about he don't need help. Motherfucker did a whole rant on the internet. He said he had PSD from his army days. Uh, um, he needs to go on. He go. She said, "Needs to what? Go on and get a boyfriend now? What, bro? Crazy as fuck. Now he shouldn't have just went postal on Tyler Perry. He needs to hold on. I think it's against the law. See, that's what I'm saying. Teresa's saying that it may be against the law. That's what I'm thinking. I think he did have something happen, but he is going about it the wrong way. Yeah, and he's like probably clearly a little too late. I mean, right. Oh, he definitely needs help. Just take the broke ass on somewhere. Yo, stop it. She funny as hell. Fear the Bible. He might as well sell more. Oh my God, fruit in Hollywood. Lorenzo funny as hell. It said, right, damn, y'all saying, look, go and get you a man or go get, sell them cakes. Facts and lambs for sure. Chelsea took, well, we know this world today, anything can happen at this point. Well, you know what? That's in the air. That could happen too. You know, it's like you never know the way they be making these laws up now. Like you fuck around and be able to redo a thing again. Like who knows? But I don't see it, but I can see it happening. The agency is hiring. We can put him in for a referral. Wow, that's crazy. Yo, you crazy, sweetheart. Brother Bible, she talk about sending them to the agency. Maybe Ray J can get you a deal, Brother Bible. But he's saying the same thing that this man was saying too, man. Like all of them saying the same thing. So and I think he came out recently and didn't. I don't know, guys. All and these are all yellow men saying the same thing. Yellow boys. Yellow boys.
I at some point soon it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since '05. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I gotta protect me because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work.
And they all were saying the same thing. These men were saying the same thing. Pure survival. Them two look like they could be brothers. Derek, what was his name again? Braxton Wales could be his brother. They to Tyler, if these things are true, he has a certain flavor for your ear. Pure survival.
So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and
See, now look, you remember when Christian Keys said that Tyler Perry had these people on a payroll? Put a one in the chat if y'all think that Braxton Wales was one of Tyler Perry's side chicks on a payroll. Pure survival. Because he did take the 500,000 to keep his motherfucker wiener sucker shut. And now he coming out now. But just like Christian said, they were on a payroll. So he might have knew damn well he was Tyler Perry was smashing, and now he want to tell because somebody else got more money. Pure survival. Christian Keys said that there were men that Tyler let him know that's on a payroll. You don't want to give up that ass? I got other boyfriends.
the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime, attempted sexual assault is a felony. And Tams, you literally just asked, why do we as Black people have to deal with that? But sometimes it's our own people. Sometimes it's our own heroes. Sometimes it's the very people we deify. And we look up like, oh, they're doing so much, they're doing so much. No, they're also doing this.
Wow. And he was saying the same thing, man. It's just, I'm sorry, y'all. But Tyler Perry, I believe that he definitely got some freak off skeletons in his closet, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? All of these yellow boys can't keep coming out saying the same thing. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Derek Dixon wasn't even an actor. Derek Dixon wasn't even a motherfucking actor. Tyler Perry, he said, allegedly had a crush on him, pure survival, and offered him a job. When there are actors and people who've been doing this work all their lives, and he's bypassing them and picking the people that he's attracted to, that he want to put in the position of where, look, I can take this all away from you. You know what I mean? Come with me if you want to live. Come with me if you want to live. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely believe Braxton Wales, but I know a lot of y'all feel like, as far as Braxton Wales go, if he dies, he dies. Y'all feel like if he dies because he should have done something different. Now he's coming out just for the money, President Bible. So y'all saying if he dies, he dies. But I don't feel like if he dies, he dies. Because the boy said he's thrown off. He lost his mind behind all of this. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It's just a lot of creepy shit going on in Hollywood, and people are being exposed during survival. That's the good thing about it. Like, matter of fact, some people wasn't exposed during survival. It happened after survival. Like with the Cassie video. That was 2016. If she would have went to the cops during survival, Diddy Glover would have got the state charges. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen during survival. So they always wait till after survival and then, you know what I'm saying, come forward. But ladies and gentlemen, shout out to all of y'all, man. Smash that like button, like and subscribe. Salute to everybody in the building. I got to find out what's going on with Diddy Glover. Diddy Glover's having a virtual hearing today. I think it's starting like an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? I'm on 12:30 time right now. You know what I'm saying? But up north it should be 1:36 up there. So Diddy's hearing today, the virtual hearing, is to see if the judge is going to give him a sooner sentencing day. You know, which I think he should. His sentencing day is October 3rd, but this hearing, they could come out and say, look, all right, Diddy's sentencing is next week during survival, if the judge granted it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that whole hearing is about today. So we're going to see what happened, man. Salute to everybody in the building. We are surviving Modia.